What do you want to wrap up our first show with? We've been talking about having a show, me and you, for about 10 years now. Chris Ruddy gave us a chance.
Well, and big thank you to Chris Ruddy, John Bachman, and the whole Newsmax team, and from top to bottom. But it looks like the city we're emanating from now, New York, where we're the bluest city in the bluest state, right? We're here in Wall Street, a bastion of capitalism, thank you, in a city that's occasionally hostile to it. Our mayor, Bill DiBlasio, says he's going to announce his candidacy for president this week. What he's doing right now
There's a loser.
He's doing a He's doing a rally and a press conference in front of Trump Tower right now, even as we speak.
Really?
He
should come down the escalator with Ivanka, Bill DiBlasio, with Charlene, and maybe, I don't know nationally if you know this, but Bill DiBlasio allowed his wife to take over a mental health program and allocated $800 million. $800 million. And they can't account for $1 at this point. They said the results are unmeasurable. But yeah, let's make him president.
Here's my issue with what the mayor's doing right now is this is a government event, right? And yet he's doing it in front of Trump Tower, and he's making it overtly political. Now, they criticized Donald Trump for trying to make the July 4th parade or the July 4th celebration political. Bill DiBlasio is doing a government event in front of a private development, Trump Tower. How is Trump Tower any less environmentally friendly than every other big real estate development?
Well, you know, this guy DiBlasio is a whack job, first of all. And one thing I'll give him credit for, he ran for mayor and he said, I am a progressive. I am a socialist. I am going to raise your taxes. I am going to put homeless shelters all around New York City. I'm going to let criminals out of jail because we don't need jails. We're going to decriminalize nonviolent crimes. The guy is a nut job. And the fact that we're even wasting our audience time on Bill DiBlasio is scary. But you're right, Frank. It's an abuse of power. It's an abuse of Donald Trump to bring a crowd there.
It's a politicization of the office.
Well, what time is the rally?
It's right now. It's happening right now.
So yeah, right around 1 o'clock, if you want to see the next Lulu that's going to run for president and get knocked out of the box, and Donald Trump's winning the 2020 in my view. But you know what? 1 o'clock's a good time for de Blasio. He got to go to Brooklyn with his 7-car motorcade, Mr. Green Deal. Got to smoke his weed on his way up there. And if he says 1, he's probably going to get there about 1:20, which he's late for everything.
And you know what I hope we can get into tomorrow a bit, and we've got an action-packed lineup of guests for tomorrow as well, but is the situation in Venezuela, right? It looked like Maduro, the dictator of Venezuela, and might be a textbook example as why socialism doesn't work, was almost out. And now it seems like the opposition leader, Guaido, it seems like he's a little bit further away from being president than he was last week. How do you see that playing out, and what do you think our role should be?
Well, me personally, I think Trump thought he was going to just lay down the hammer and say, Maduro, take a walk, and he was going to leave peacefully. And then when there was some pushback, and then Trump talked to Putin, and Putin said, hey, you know, let them resolve it themselves. So I think Trump, rather than engaging Russia in Venezuela, I think he's willing to sit back and take military action because that's the next thing that could or should happen. And we really don't need to be battling China, North Korea, and Russia over Venezuela. Right now, our economy is doing good. They've been chasing this guy down for 2 years. I think if he gets it straight with China, the markets will be recovering just fine. And this Trump economy is on fire. And I just want to stay really focused on that.